Enugu's number one choice for music and talk. 92.5 Dream FM. That's how we do it.
It's about the issue.
It's about the fact.
It's about you. Get involved and bring the positive change you desire.
People's Assembly, exclusive to Dream FM. Weekdays, 5 p.m. Let's talk accountability.
There is an appropriation process, which is that there will be a budget. The budget is taken to the House of Assembly.
Let's talk governance.
The only problem we find out with our Nigerian government is that in most cases they are not sincere with what their policies. And once you are not sincere in any policy, you are not going to...
Let's talk gender and human rights.
We are not saying that men and women are the same. We're just saying that equal playing field to be there for both.
Whatever it is, bring it to People's Assembly and make your voice heard.
People's Assembly, weekdays, 5 p.m. exclusive to Dream FM. Good evening and thank you for joining the People's Assembly on 92.5 Enugu's Dream FM. The People's Assembly is all about human rights, governance, health and accountability. It is a platform that aims to bridge the gap between government institutions and the people. In this assembly, you speak and we amplify your voice. My name is Ebele Soma Ubu, alongside my production crew led by Lutanna Okereke. Today is Monday, the 29th of September 2025. Welcome back to another episode of Una Correct program Fact of the Matter, where they bring better insights. Now this program they help una sabi wetin be truth and wetin be lie. Remember say this program now Bold Line Productions package am, and na Africa Check proudly bring and come una domot. Now no forget say you fit follow Africa Check for all their social media platforms at AfricaCheck_NG. Today we go continue from where we stopped the last time. How to create a resilient community for the fight against misinformation or fake news. For this our world today, fake news they waka fast like a time fire, and now inside our community it they cause the biggest wahala. Fake tori fit put fear for people mind, scatter peace, and even make us not to trust one another. But better information day, as members of this community, power day our hands to build solutions from inside. Today, we go focus on how we fit create strong community where go stand gidiba and unite against the wahala of fake news. To fight misinformation no be only to correct lie matter, it's still day about how we go strengthen trust and correct knowledge for our society. Now remember say, if we join hands together, we fit build community with sabi, we're strong and even where they united. But of course, before we continue, make una hear this very important information. Africa Check they call on you, make you join hand with them, fight fake information. Join African Check for their WhatsApp channel by searching for Africa Check Nigeria for the channel section, or send your name and your location to this number where I won't call now. Send your name and your location to 0908 377 7789. The number again where you go fit send your name and your location to now 0908 377 7789. And the sweetest part they say, if you join the broadcast list, you fit even win airtime.
My fellow Naija people, if you want take no fake news from real news, abeg follow these steps. 1. Make you confirm where the source of the information they come from. 2. Abeg search for another source. You suppose confirm from at least 2 correct sources before you start to spread any information. 3. Make you investigate the tori. If you still no sure, abeg make you find the tori. Check the date, make you sure say na confirm. Some fake news na tori we don't take, we go show like current news. 4. Make you visit Africa Check website. If na tori where people don't use eye see well, e go be say website like africacheck.org go don examine them. 5. If you no sure, abeg no share. If you no fit verify or confirm any tori, abeg waka comot. No share am o. Na Africa Check bring this message come. To sabi more, make you add us for WhatsApp on top 0908 377 7789. Make you follow us for Twitter, Instagram and Facebook at AfricaCheck_NG.
This is People's Assembly.
Welcome back to the program Facts of the Matter, brought to you by Africa Check here on 92.5 Enugu's Dream FM. Remember, say now Bold Line Production package this program. Now today, I get Murutayo Joel, who go help us break down today's topic. Now she be Nigeria Deputy Editor for Africa Check. Remember, say our topic now, how to create a resilient community for the fight against misinformation or fake news. Good evening, Joel. Thank you for joining us.
Good evening. Thank you for having me. I hope I'm loud and clear.
Very, very clear. We hear you very well. Very quickly now, for those who never sabi who una be, Africa Check, I want make you tell us what thing una they do and who exactly una be.
All right, thank you. So Africa Check na fact-checking organization. Our job now to make sure say the public is well informed. You know, in Nigeria where there's so much fake news, and what do I mean by fake news? Unverified information. You know, now everybody they do citizen journalism, where as long as you get an Android phone, you go just post something and say, okay, now breaking news or now waiting they happen. So our job now to make sure say the information that is being shared online has been verified and is accurate. So Africa Check, we have an office, or we get office for Lagos here. We also have our headquarters is in South Africa, Johannesburg, South Africa. We also get for Senegal and for Kenya. So that's us in just some few seconds.
And for the matter where they're on ground, what will be the role where community leaders, religious leaders, society, including traditional rulers, supposed to play to make community strong against misinformation or fake news?
Okay, thank you very much. In fact, I believe say this question is very timely, taking into consideration say our elections is round at the corner, and campaign if I want has started. So the first thing we would say is that community leaders, religious leaders must see themselves past that title. What do I mean? Nigeria, unfortunately, has come to a space where many people, they believe they are religious leaders. They believe they are community leaders, even more than, even say journalists or should I say politicians or, there's so much tie because Nigeria has become a religious we're sort of like a religious state. So people have a closer tie with their religious leaders and the rest. And when these religious figures, when these religious leaders, these community leaders make information, whatever they talk, these residents tend to believe it. So now we want, these religious leaders, community leaders to know, say they have an important role to play. Now the first thing is that they must work as they must be independent, and I go break them down. This means that they must, separate their biases, their affiliations from, whatever they are sharing to the public. We've seen on online, we've seen many cases where because a religious or a community leader has a close tie with a political figure, they go begin to talk, say this politician do this politician do that. You find these leaders, religious leaders and so, sharing information based on their biases. So the first thing is that they must work as independent actors. They must make sure, say, their affiliations, their biases is not tied to any information they are sharing to the public. Now, also, another role they must play is that they must, display themselves as advocates, against or advocates for the fight against this myth or disinformation. What do I mean? They have a role to play. Many times people they talk, say, okay, what can religious leaders do? What can there's very little they can do, and we are coming to say that there is so much they can do. These political leaders and community leaders must be advocating for the fight against myth and disinformation. So wherever they go, when they have meetings, when they have gatherings, they must keep it in that please stop sharing fake news, stop sharing information that has not been verified. Another role they must play or they should play is person-to-person intervention. What do I mean? Whenever they have interactions one-on-one interactions or, person-to-person interactions with other individuals or, with other lower class leaders in the community, they too must spread the news, because the fight against misinformation is how would I put it, is one that one person or one organization or a group of organizations cannot fight alone. It's a game that we all must join hands to fight. So that's what I'm going to just say about, the role community leaders and traditional leaders can play.
Thank you so much, Joel. So may we bring in community into this conversation now. Which kind of approach community fit use to tackle or handle misinformation or fake news?
Okay, so in terms of approach, it's still tied to what I'm saying. But if for the community, they must constantly share any information that has not been verified, whether it's from the aunt or from an uncle or from whoever. If you are not sure about it, please delete it. The fight against mis or disinformation, not the rocket scientists. The game is just to share verified information. That's the nutshell. That's the summary. Whether community, whether nation, whether state, always make sure that you share verified information. And also, another thing that communities can do is to invest in organizations, organizations that have taken it upon themselves to fight against fake news. These organizations, a lot of them are cropping up in various states and various communities, but they have little or no incentives, to carry up the job. So communities can come together to say, okay, we want to support social organization, we want to support social media house or social newspaper house that has decided to delve into fact checking and the rest. So I want to believe that communities have a role to play in that. Then another thing is just training. Communities must organize training. Whenever they are town cry, would I say meetings? Would they have meetings where different people gather, different ethnic groups gather, and the rest? They must have a session, even if it's 30 minutes. A session where somebody will speak about the fight against mis and disinformation. That's the only way this news can be spread. If these communities or residents must constantly hear it. Any information where people they hear all the time, then it will sink in their brain. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Finally, what in Africa Check don't they do to make sure say our community strong and no fake news at all if it penetrates?
Okay, thank you very much. So what we have been doing is what we are still doing. It's just that on a daily basis we are strengthening our efforts. Just like what we're doing now, coming on radio to talk about our report, to talk about the fight against fake news. That's what we've been doing. We've also been going on TV. We've also been going to universities, having sessions, having lectures with university students, because we believe that it's important that we catch them young. Even in other countries, other of our sister countries, the Kenya and Senegal, they are also going to schools to encourage, to teach these children how to fact check, how to verify. And also, we are also training journalists. We've not stopped, and we believe that we cannot stop training journalists. We're having training sessions with journalists just to also encourage them to join in the fight against fake news. And if I must say, it's really a thing of joy to see that a lot of media houses, a lot of media organizations, don't they have, a fact-checking desk or a fact-checking arm, in the organization. That is very good. And it all started from, organizations like Africa Check, going out to train journalists. So that's pretty much what we've been doing, just to get our reports out there and just to have as many training stations, webinars. And we also try as much as possible to be, invited by other organizations where we can get a platform to speak about our work.
Interesting. Thank you so much, Motunrayo Joel, Nigeria Deputy Editor for Africa Check. Thank you for giving us all the information we were supposed to know on how to create a resilient community for the fight against misinformation and fake news.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
All right. Now, before we close, remember, say Africa Check, they call on you to join the fight against fake news. All you got to now to join their WhatsApp channel. Search for Africa Check Nigeria. Africa Check Nigeria. Or send your name and location to this number where I will call now. Are you ready? Okay. Now, send your name and location to this number 0908 377 7789. The number again now 0908 377 7789. Now, if you join them, the icing on the cake, you say, once you join their broadcast list, you fit win airtime. My name is Ebele Soma Obu. Until next time, I beg, ensure so you take care of yourself. Bye.
Papa Ike, come on. You don't forward that message to your family WhatsApp group?
Me, I know what wahala. I don't come out my hand for anything with constant sharing and forwarding of any information we are never confirmed. Say it true. What about you? Nigeria now we own. Make we no allow false informate turn us against one another. Africa Check ready. We full ground to help you verify any informate before you forward them. Give another person. Make you add us on WhatsApp on 0908 377 7789. Make you follow us on top Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at AfricaCheck_NG.